Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group 27 of the Maritime Safety subject. We'll present on the Code of Safe Working Practice for Merchant Seafarer. Our group is from the Maritime Management Programs, consisting of 4 members, namely Muhammad Sakwan bin Nur Haizat, nombor matrik S63092, Syamsul Rifai bin Syamsuddin, S61652, Ahmad Amirul Arif bin Mat Usaim, S62943 dan N Muhammad Hakimi S62000.
Assalamualaikum, I am Sakwan. I want to talk about suitable clothes and equipped with the relevant PPE for a ship surveyor. Before the ship surveyor is on board while the ship in motion must use the embarkation ladder. A surveyor must climb the ladder to board a ship in motion. The function of embarkation ladder is safely boarding or disembarking from a ship. The surveyor must wear the head protection. The function of head protection is to protect falling objects and also protect against crashing. For example, is safety helmet. Next, move to the hearing protection. A surveyor must wear it on board while the ship in motion. The function of hearing protection is device reduce the noise energy, researching and causing damage to the inner ear. For example, earmuff. A ship surveyor must wear the face and eyes protection to do survey while the ship in motion. Function of it is protect the face and ears from any object that can injury to the face and eyes. For example, for face and eyes protection is Google. Next, a surveyor must wear respiratory protective equipment on the board. The function of it is protection to work has been done in conditions of dangerous. For example, is dusty mask. A surveyor must wear body protection on the board. The function of it is protection when personnel are exposed to particular contaminating or corrosive substances. For example, is safety suit.
I'm Syamsul Rifai bin Syamsuddin, S61652. Next, the appropriate clothing for the survey is protection against drowning. As an example, we can take is life jacket. A life jacket, also known as a personal flotation device or life jacket, is an important piece of safety equipment designed to keep a person afloat in water. Life jacket must be as appropriate, functional life jacket, personal flotation device, or buoyancy. In addition, other examples are immersion suits and anti-exposure suits. Immersion suit and anti-exposure suit are designed to protect individuals from cold shock and hypothermia that can result from immersion in cold water. These suits are designed to keep individuals dry and protect from cold water. Next is hand and foot protection. For example, safety boots and shoes. Safety boots and shoes is used to protect feet and hand from any kind of danger that could affect the seafarer.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Amirul Arif, continuing present about task 2 that refer to the confined space. Confined space is a relatively enclosed space that not designed for human occupancy and has a limited entry and exit. This space poses potential for hazard due to the design, construction, location and contents. For example, storage tank, cargo holds and engine rooms. That a few illustration about the space that called confined space. Next, we proceed about procedure of confined space for entrance or entry. First, there must be duties and responsibilities of a competent person and authorized officer. This means the person who has a knowledge and experience to ensure the assessment for the space and atmosphere is safe for entry. Second, the procedure as mentioned about the precaution before the entering a dangerous space. That include a competent person should make an assessment. The potential of operation should be appointed. Then the space should be prepared, vented and secure for the entry. The atmosphere of the space should be tested, and the workers have a permit to work system that should be used to entry the confined space. Has a procedure about the identifying the potential hazard. That means the oxygen deficiency, the toxicity of oil, flammability of the space, and other hazards. Is the preparing and securing the space for entry. That means the precaution should be taken when opening the enclosed space entrance that potentially the dangerous space. Testing the atmosphere of the space is required to carry the atmosphere testing equipment. This is for the oxygen deficiency, for flammable gas and vapors, and for toxic gases. Next procedure is use of control system. This should be made of the permit of work system. The permit, this permit contains 5 sections: of work, checklist, certificate of checks, personal entry, and cancellation of certificate. This procedure, there is a safety precaution before the entry. The space should be light adequately and ensure no source of ignition should put into the space unless the authorized officer is satisfied that it's safe to do it. Rescue plan and equipment must be worked and ready to use to ensure that emergency rescues work properly. Procedures and arrangement during the entry. Ensure that ventilation continue working during the period the space is occupied and during the breaks. Any failure of the ventilation system, the space should be left immediately. The space should be tested periodically whilst the space is occupied, and personnel should be entrusted to leave the space if there be any deterioration of the condition. The lastly, procedure on completion. When the permit of work is on expired, everyone should leave the space and the entrance to the space should be closed. Where the space is no longer a dangerous space, declared safe for normal entry.
If an emergency occurs, the general alarm on the vessel should be sounded so that backup is immediately available to the rescue team. Under no circumstances should the attendant enter the space for helping the men. Then, the situation should be evaluated by measuring the risk, assessing the manhole, and preparing the equipment needed for the rescue team to wear. Next, in this scenario, the evaluation process should prioritize to first check the air supply. The situation must be evaluated first, and the air supply in the confined space should be prioritized to be checked. But if the person is heavily injured or in a gravely injured state, they should be rescued first as quickly as possible. The person entering the manhole must be fully equipped with suitable equipment of breathing apparatus and resuscitating equipment. Breathing apparatus should only be used in an emergency where entry into a space that has or is suspected to have a dangerous atmosphere is essential. By entering the manhole, then the capacity of the self-contained supply should be sufficient for the wearer to escape to a safe atmosphere. If the breathing apparatus such as the air tank cannot be weighed to access the manhole, the rescuer should get into the manhole without it, but to always make sure that the face must always be worn to avoid the accident to be repeated on the rescuer itself. While in the rescue process, the rescuer should always check for the situation and the atmosphere so that the rescuer or the rescue team could continue their works. The rescue team should always reduce the other risk of under review during the rescuing process as in the dynamic risk assessment. After the victim has been rescued, the rescuer should secure the sites, remove the isolations, and get back to the surface or the surface of the manhole. Lastly, they should review the risk assessment and update it to the higher ups so that it could be properly reported.